Before we created our family, I was very nervous about what my kid was gonna call me. And I was like, I don't wanna be called mommy. I don't wanna be called daddy. I don't fit within either of those. And I was like, there's nothing for me. What am I gonna do? I'm already gonna get labeled as mom because when people see me in this world. But I did find something. I was looking online and just trying to get some ideas and put some kind of words together. So my kid calls me Opa. And so it's spelled O apostrophe P-A, and it stands for other parent. She calls me like my kiddo is like from day one, that's what she knows me by. And that's her normal. That's what her normal is. So for us to think about how we can positively influence kids at a young age on this is what family looks like. Families are different. Families can be this is what gender looks like. People identify different ways, and it's not just this or that. It can include the binary for sure. Like people still identify as cisgenders, and that's great. Excluding those who don't, or hating on those who don't, and oppressing those who don't, that's not cool. And so anyway, it's been great. She's very smart, and I've been able to also show her that families look at a lot of different ways, including cisgender families. I'm like, yeah, sometimes kids have a mommy and sometimes they have a dad and sometimes they have two mommies and sometimes they just have a grandmother, like all the things. And so she knows and understands, she knows that I identify as non-binary, and she understands and articulates it as not a binary. And so she's like, "Okay, so you're not a binary. You're not a," and she says it with so much inflection in her voice and so much intentionality. And
Yeah.
it's one of the things on how I know that this is possible with kids and how we want them to show up in the world. We were at the swimming pool one day, right? I forgot something over here. I was like, okay, just right here real quick. I'm gonna go right over there and grab this thing. The person who worked at the pool was standing right there. There was an adult, and I was like, okay, I'll be right back. I went to the thing and came back, and the person who she was with, the adult, referenced me as mommy. And she says, oh, there goes your mommy right there. She's coming back right there. And I kid you not, my kiddo was like, that's not my mommy. That's my opa. My opas are not a binary. And I was
Mhm.
just like, my heart melted for her to one, not only see me in that way and know that this is what I'm not, but and this is what I am. That's one thing. But to correct and
Mhm.
to be like, that's not my mommy. That's and for her, that's
Mhm.
so true. Yeah, and that's the hard thing that adults don't even want to do now.
Yeah.
To just make a correction. Just be like, hey, just to let you know, Angie doesn't go by she or her, like it's they them. Boom. I want people to see me live out my truth and oh, I can actually do that. Yes, you can. You don't have to hide for people that are ready and willing to show themselves, right? And be themselves. Because that looks differently for everybody. It looks differently for everybody. But those who are, I want to show that to them.
Mhm.
And something else that I've started to do is doing the hard thing. And what I would like to see in the world and from other people is to do the hard thing, say the hard thing that nobody wants to say, and recognize where you can take that risk and where you may not be able to take that risk based on your identity. I might not say certain things at work to protect my job or to protect other things that another person could probably get away with saying. Their job is not at jeopardy. And so if you know that and you recognize that, capitalize on that for others, right? Like you're saying something on behalf of somebody else, not because you're speaking for them, but because it impacts you too.